Bobby with TXTR Customs, and I'm going to walk you through how to do an install of our rear sway bar links for 2-inch to 6-inch lift.
Alright, so first things first, you're going to want to remove the old sway bar link off. You'll need a 12mm wrench for the top and a 17mm wrench to take off the bottom. And then for assembly of the new ones, you'll need two 11/16 wrenches, a 5/8 ratchet, and a 9/16 wrench. And we'll use need a tape measure so we can measure the lengths and make sure we get the right lengths according to your specific lift. So now we've got our old sway bar link off, we want to measure it. They're going to measure 5.5 inches from this rubber bushing here to the center of this stud. Now that's the same measurement we're going to take once this is assembled from this rubber bushing to this stud. Now what we want to do is have, for every 1 inch of lift, you're going to add a 1/2 inch to the total length. So with our 4Runner, we've got about a 3-inch lift on there, so we're going to add 1.5 inches worth of length, so they've got 5.5 inches. Then we're going to make this 7 inches long. But we'll do that later, but just keep that note in mind. You're going to get this piece like this. This has come pre-assembled, so you can kind of understand how it all goes together, but in order to install it, we're going to have to separate it out. You can take off the 2 jam nuts, take out the first washer, take off this first bushing. Sometimes it could be. There we go. Now we're going to install this back into the top where the old sway bar link was. So this will go right into here. And as you can see, there's no need to take the tire off. You can. Might make it a little bit easier, but why make it easy when you can make it hard? We're going to put this rubber bushing up through the bottom of this guy. Just like so. And you'll take your washer and one of your jam nuts. Go ahead and put those on. There, and we can go ahead and tighten that down, and then you'll go ahead and put your second jam nut. Don't need to tighten it, that's going to come back down the other direction. Okay, we've got this tightened down here, 5/8 up here, 11/16 here. I'll probably say somewhere around 30-40 pounds tighten. I didn't use a torque wrench on mine, but you can tell, I mean, you want it tight, it's still going to wiggle because it's got the rubber bushings in there. Make sure you have your second jam nut started on there. You can go ahead and put it all the way up, and then we're going to take the rest of the link, go ahead and thread it up on there. There it goes. I want to thread it up till there's about maybe a 1/2 inch of thread showing there, maybe a little less. And we'll come down here. No need to tighten this, but we'll just cinch it down a little bit because we're going to do some adjustments here, here, and here a little bit. So okay, so now we're going to get our measurement. Remember, we went back, we got 3 inches of lift, so we're looking at 7 inches for the total length. So you can hang that tape measure from there, measure it down. Yeah, we're a little long. So what we're going to do is we're going to shorten it. This is where we want our 7 inches to be. So we've got our adjustments here, here, and here. And there goes my tape measure. That's fine. Now when we make these measurements, you don't want to leave more thread on one or the other, or any of these three. See, right now I've got more thread on this one than I do this one. So we're going to make those adjustments. These are left and right hand thread, so that way when you spin this guy, everything will spin accordingly. So we'll go ahead and mess with this, get our adjustments right, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, we've got ours all tightened down and it's right at 7 inches. if you're not 100% sure on how tall your lift is or anything, like if you're like, oh, it might be 2.5 to 3 inches, I'd shy towards the smaller side. So go for the 2.5 inches where you're lifting 1.25 inches versus 1.5 inches. And the reason why is if you end up making it too long, your sway bars can actually hit here in an articulation situation or anything like that. So it's better to shy towards a little shorter than actually going a little longer. But we've got 3 inches here, so we went 1.5 inches. Now that we've got our length set, we're gonna go ahead and disassemble. Just get this nut off of here. The bottom side, you'll pull one washer and the nut off. Then we're gonna bring it back, shove it through into the sway bar, put the washer back on, and get the nut going. We get our 5/8 wrenches. And we're going to go ahead and tighten them down. And if you want to tighten this down with a torque wrench, it'll be about 75 foot-pounds. And that is it. We'll repeat the same thing on the other side and we're good to go. All right, so that's it. That's how you install our 2-inch to 6-inch lifted sway bar links for the rear and 4Runner, FJ Cruiser, and Lexus. If you got any questions, you can send us an email, txtrcustoms@gmail.com, or you can look us up on Instagram, txtr_customs. We'll answer there pretty quick too. Check out the website, txtrcustoms.com, and go ahead and order yours today. Thanks, I appreciate it, guys.